Hello everyone, this is Jason Fisher with Fisher Gaming again. And before we continue on with our storyline, I wanted to show you a few things here. If you can tell, there are some differences in the screen, and the difference is primarily right here. Okay, here's what I did. This little button right here gives you the option of multiple rows. And I went ahead, it goes up 2, 3, and I went ahead and did all three. And if you look at the numbers inside the other two, the original was just 1, 2, 3, all the way through 0. Number 2 is C1, C2, C3. That C stands for control. And then on the third one, you have A1, A2, A3. That A is for alt. And I decided to set this up in a way where all of my offensive abilities are on the bottom row since I've already got the weapons there by default. The only exception to that is that 0, where I put that large hypo. So anytime I get too low, I'll hit that 0, and it'll give me some strength. On the second one are buffs. Now, so far the only buff I have is the target optics, and I had it all along, but I wasn't using it, and it does give some big advantages, and I do need it. In the top row is, for the most part, miscellaneous. On my other characters, I've been putting combat pets up there, but all of them have the resuscitation right here. This is in case one of your bridge officers goes down, or in the case of task force operations, one of your teammates. You just get real close to him and press that, and it'll bring him back to life. And that's all that does. So with that said, and the way you move these around here, you move them around by holding down the right mouse button. So if you click on the left button, it'll activate it. But if you want to move it to different square, use your right mouse button on it. And and one more thing, this other little square that's towards the top, if you click that, that's a list of all the abilities that your character can do. And again, you just right click and you just bring them down here. And that is how you set up. Something else that needs to be done, I've been needing to do this for quite some time, but I wanted a good time to show you. And that is way up here at the very top. You have what looks like a little house. That is a level up logo. And the fact that it's blinking means it's time for you to level up. So you click on that, you get this screen, and as you can see, we've got 3 space points, but not any ground points. So click on this, make sure we're on the space tab, and we have engineering, science, and tactical abilities. Now, I have already spent 1 space point on tactical, and that's to increase energy weapons. I'm going to do the same thing for projectiles. Just click on it, then purchase, then OK. And then we come over here, 2 points left. We can kind of continue down on getting these bigger energy and projectile weapons, or we can come up to here, shield restoration, shield hardness under science, and then under engineering we have shield restoration, or hull restoration and hull capacity. And I am going to go ahead and use both of these plates and under the engineering, do 1 each, and we're going to double click, then OK, double click, OK. Now if you look down here, every time you spend a point, it'll push these bars down its respective slot, and every time it meets a circle, then something unlocks. In this case, it gives us the ability to train our officers in something new. And that is something we will talk about later on. But in the meantime, we need to continue on The House Always Wins. So we're just going to take the shortcut and transwarp. And we're there. Continue. And we are starting at the very beginning of the scene we left in.
The remainder of our fleet has assembled in the system. The House of Torg has called on Romulan reinforcements. If we stick to our offensive strategy, we will prevail. Form up behind the IKS tower, and we will teach these fools how to fight ship to ship.
We are honored to fight with the House of Martog. Alright. Oh man, he turned. And this is what I meant in the earlier episode. We almost have to be facing right at him for the. And I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but we can select by touching the tab key. She wrote here. We are ready to leave the system on your command. Alright,
Reading a few ships on attack vectors, all with House Torg registries. Someone
calm
doesn't
down.
want
Not
us
on
to
the home
present our
planet.
evidence to the High Council. It does not matter. I did not come this far to fall in battle to the lackeys of Torg.
Yeah, I can't say I blame you. Let's show them the error of their ways. All hands, prepare for combat. Okay. Alright, Accolade, defend the status quo.
My father has contacted Chancellor Jempok and explained the situation. He is waiting for us in the Great Hall. The Chancellor and the High Command are waiting for us as well. There, my father will formally accuse Torg of treason.
Well, let's go to it
Father
then.
tells me that Torg will be present as well. That should make things interesting.
Yes, it would. Let's go to the Great Hall then. Let's talk to Worf.
It is time. We must confront Torg. Tell me when you are ready.
Who will present the evidence?
It is my duty to represent the House of Martok in this matter. I have reviewed the evidence that you and Kemtar have gathered, and I may call upon you to present your findings as testimony. However, you are not to speak unless asked by myself or a member of the High Council.
You got it.
It is time.
All right, let's do it. We're ready. Okay. We've got to wait for Worf here. There we go.
Ambassador Worf and Kimtar. An interesting band of warriors, to be sure. The time has come. We are ready to hear your claim. Are you prepared to show evidence to support it?
Yes, we are, Chancellor.
Worf, son of Moog, you have called this council on a very serious matter. Speak.
The House of Martok will show evidence that Torg, son of Cormog, has committed acts of treason.
I will not stand by and let the House of Martok spread more lies and deceit to this council.
This brave warrior, together with my son Alexander, uncovered a plot by the House of Torg to transfer weapons and classified technology to our enemies in the Romulan Star Empire. We have presented to the Chancellor's aides physical evidence and computer logs that will trace stolen weapons from the exchange through the House of Torg to agents within the Tal Shiar.
This dishonorable bastard would say anything to hide the weakness and decay in his own
Enough!
house.
The evidence is clear, Torg. It is the finding of this council that you have lost all sight of honor and are guilty of treason. The accusation stands. The judgment is discommendation. From this point forward, the House of Torg will be no more.
You have killed my son. You have stripped my house of honor. I will burn in the fires of Traitor. But not before I kill you!
Father, look out!
Ah! Alexander!
We will control the Empire! Kill these fools!
All right.
here! Now!
Oh, come on. Alright, how's he doing? How's he doing?
It seems I am not the warrior I should have been, Father.
You were warrior enough to save me. All that matters now is that you are my son.
And for that, I am proud.
Save your strength, son. Help is coming.
They will be too late. Today is a good day to die.
It will be a good death. You are a warrior.
Well, for Kimtar, tomorrow's not an option.
This tragedy will not be forgotten. I want to thank you for rescuing my son from Rurapente and allowing him to die with honor. You have done much for the House of Martok, but we have also lost much.
We will see Alexander again in Stovacor.
Perhaps, but the pain will remain. Alexander never realized that he truly was Kimtar, both then and now. We must remember to stay true to our beliefs. Only then can we live and die with honor. Until we meet again, warrior.
Farewell, Worf, son of Moog. Alright. There we go. And turn this mission in.
We will make sure the House of Torg is properly punished for their cowardly actions. Torg has been on the council for many years, and I thought I knew his heart. I was wrong. I had no part in or knowledge of his acts against the House of Martok. For that, he will pay dearly.
Alright, of course we get experience, expertise, a new deflector, personal shield, and some dilithium ore.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
And we get another skill point. And let's see what we can do with our skill point. It is a space. We're going to put it into energy weapons. Now, something you want to remember when you're thinking about your training, remember that if you're going to retrain, you have to get a retrain token, which is something you have to buy. There is a way you can get them for free later on in the game, and we'll talk about those as they come. But for now, to begin with, you would have to buy that retrain token. So think about how you want this set up before you punch it in, because it may cost you to rearrange it. Alright, well, thank you very much, and I look forward to being here for all of you again, and y'all have a good day and a good life. Thank you.